Hey guys, the reason I'm filming today is because I have never annotated a book before. The only times I have annotated books is at school, and that's not fun. And the only other book that I've annotated is Eleanor Elephant is completely fine, and that was literally just me highlighting all the bits I thought was funny. This is honestly the funniest book I've ever read in my life. Okay, today I'm going to be reading Girl in Pieces and trying to annotate because I've never read a Kathleen Glasgow book before, and her writing seems very descriptive, and I feel like this is the kind of book where you need to pay attention. It's supposed to be really good and really sad. It's been on my bookshelf for about 8 months. I've been too scared to read it. Today I'm using a pen. I have 10 cute pastel looking scented highlighters, and then I also have these ugly coloured tabs. Seriously? Okay, I'm just going to start time-lapsing and then you guys can watch me as I do this, and then I'll explain what I've just done. I'm also listening to this video. It's a fireplace crackling with rain. I'm literally 2 pages in it and I didn't realise that this book was going to be about what it's about. I've relocated back inside into my bedroom. I'm on page 4. The first few pages are kind of just like a paragraph. The way that she writes is very like poetic. Basically what I've been doing so far, I've like underlined a part that I want to underline with pencil, and then the main important part in that little section I like highlighted. This is just an example just to explain like what I'm doing. What I've underlined in pencil is these words that spill from them like memories, they can't stop. Their stories are eating them alive, turning them inside out. They cannot stop talking. And then I've highlighted, I cut all my words out. My heart was too full of them.
I'm still a fan even though it's salty. Hate to see you with some other, but know you happy. Hate to see you happy if I'm not the one.
I've been doing the same thing pretty much the whole way through. Underlining with pencil and then highlighting like some main things. Then I also started to write some notes down. For example, my annotation was a reflection of her own feelings trapped in this state. She tells me she sings in a band, but my nervousness, she says softly, my problem, it gets in the way. So I underlined problem and then wrote mental health is not a problem. What I meant is mental health issues and like bad mental health, it shouldn't be seen as like a problem. That's what I've done so far. I'm gonna leave the tabbing for like really main important events. I've decided I'll get back to you when I've done some more annotating.
I'm so mature, I'm so mature, I'm so mature.
It is day 2 of me trying to annotate, and we've reached a problem. So last night I decided that I wanted to start tabbing each chapter. First problem I encountered is the tabs are not actually proper tabs. I'm having to like stick them like this and cut them down. The second one is this book doesn't necessarily have, like obviously it has chapters, but it doesn't. It's just got these lines at the top. They occur quite often. Now I just don't know what to do about tabbing chapters. I'm gonna figure it out as I go on. I'll let you guys know what I decide to do.
I got me a therapist to tell me there's other men I know. One night I just want you if I can.
Hey guys, originally this video was going to be just me trying to annotate a book, but I decided I'm going to do more of like a little bookish vlog. Come along with me. My current read. This is not happening. I'm taking them off. Absolutely not. Currently I'm doing a little bit of planning for my novel. Don't get too excited, I probably won't finish it for like a year. I haven't really done any more reading. I did a little bit yesterday, but I actually entered another competition. It's a flash fiction one. Basically they send you an email, I think it was about 5 words, and then I had to have like a certain theme, and then you get like 55 hours to write it, so I did that yesterday. And now I'm just planning. Guys liked that little portion of me dyeing my hair. I think it turned out pretty good actually. It's a vibe. It's giving me like low-key emo. This is a top, first of all, by the way, so I'm not naked. I just wanted to do a little rundown on the maidens. Ugh. I finished this last night at about 11 o'clock. I was not going to bed until I finished this book. I have not been hooked on a book for so long, and I think I've just started to accept the fact that I think thriller is kind of my thing. It's what I enjoy reading. Wow. All I can say about this is he is such a good writer. The way that he linked this book to The Silent Patient, I had no idea. When I got to the first link, I was literally shook. I'm like, oh my god, mum was about to tell her, and she's like, don't tell me because I might want to read it. And that shocked me. And then I got to the second link, and that shocked me even more, which by the way is at the end of the book. Then the ending, I got to the plot twist. It just was not what I was expecting at all. It's kind of like a murder mystery. In my head I was screaming this one person, and then it just was not, and then it took a completely different turn, and I didn't expect these reasons to why they were involved. You just have to read it. 5 stars, obviously. Everything about this book was just perfect. The floppiness, the storyline, from page 1 it literally has you hooked. It's a murder mystery. It has like a spiritual aspect kind of to it, like a ritualistic vibe. It's about this like group at Cambridge University called the Maidens. This group is run by this guy called Edward Foster. Someone from the university gets murdered, is found dead. This lady, who we're reading from her point of view, is sure that he is the murderer, so it's about her trying to like find out who the murderer is, but she's like sure she knows who it is. So it follows her on this journey. It also brings up her own past trauma, and you get introduced to all these new characters, all these people that you're suspicious of, and you never really know who it is. For me, this wasn't predictable. I have heard people say it was predictable to them. I would give it a try. Whether you like it or you hate it, it's worth it, because if you do like it, you're gonna love it. I feel like it's a love-hate kind of thing, so it's worth taking the risk. But yeah, that's my little rundown on the Maidens. Beautiful, amazing. I could talk about it forever. I loved it so much. Now I am going to read a bit of Girl in Pieces. As you saw that I started annotating. I'm not annotating it. I've given up on that. I can't enjoy it. It makes it feel like it's a job, a chore. It makes me feel like I'm at school. Given up on that. Gonna get into reading that now, and I will let you know how much I read, if I read anything. Hey guys, so it's a couple of days later, and I wanted to just check in with you guys. Literally just reading. For some reason it's taking me a while to get through this book. I've been sat here for the past 2 hours roundabout. I'm like halfway through now, and I'm really enjoying it. So far there hasn't been so much of that major conflict, which is what I'm worried about. I know this book is supposed to be really sad, and I haven't cried yet, so I just know it's gonna go downhill, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying just relaxing. I have my tea, and I'm kind of on a little break now. I'm just watching some book talkers on YouTube right now, just chilling for a bit, and then I'll probably get back into reading. I don't like putting pressure on myself to finish books anymore, so like as much as I would like to finish this book today, I'm really enjoying it as well, so I don't want to rush it, and I don't want to just keep reading for the sake of it. I'm having little breaks in between reading. I think I must have read about 100 pages. I'm having a great time over here. Hi guys, I think I'm gonna end the video here, but before I do, I wanted to give you a little rundown on Girl in Pieces. I finished this last night. I spent the entire day reading this book. I could not put it down. There was just something about this book, the whole way that it was written, it was just so intriguing to me. Although it is very heartbreaking, I didn't cry. I expected it to be like heartbreaking in a different kind of aspect, if that makes sense. If you've read it, you'll know what I mean. It's just very like, it focuses a lot on like internal struggles and like mental health, so trigger warnings if you guys want to read this. I decided last night I would rate this like 4.75 stars. It pretty much is a 5-star read. However, there was just something about it that didn't make it a 5-star for me, and I can't put my finger on it. I did love it so much. I think what it was is I feel like there wasn't really a specific event that happened that you were like following. It was kind of just following the main character's life, her recovery, and like what she's gone through, who she would meet. And I think I also feel a little bit conflicted with certain characters on whether I like them or not, and like what to believe. I think that's probably what made it 4.75 for me. If there was like a major event that happened, there was something that was like quite major, but it wasn't like, oh my god. Other than that, it was written so well, such like a heartwarming story. Definitely it would be triggering. Even me reading this, like, it felt triggering. I don't really know what to say about it. You can't really explain the storyline without giving things away. It basically just follows Charlotte Davis, on her journey from leaving the psych ward, getting on with her life. It follows her and her progress that she makes, the accomplishments she makes, and the downfalls, the people that she meets, bad influences, good influences, but it teaches you really good lessons about life, and it kind of opens you up to another side of the world that you perhaps haven't encountered yourself. It just focuses on like real issues. But I just wanted to let you guys know how I felt about this book before I ended this video, because I did end the video last night before I finished the book, and then I was like, okay, I need to let them know how I feel, because this was an amazing book and I didn't have that high expectations for it because I had no idea what it was about going into it. The fact that, like I mentioned before, that it didn't have like a major plot twist or anything like that, I think that's what made the book so good as well, because the fact that I could be so drawn into the entire story knowing that there wasn't like a major thing that happened, if that makes sense, but I was still hooked the whole way through. Her writing was just amazing, and yeah, you kind of feel like you're experiencing the story with her, like you're going through it as well. That's my thoughts on this.